Thank you for opening this video. Please stay with me for the next few minutes because I have something very important to tell you. I'm a professor of glycobiology and a director of the Human Glycon Project. Human Glycon Project is an international initiative in which hundreds of scientists are working together trying to understand the importance of glycans for human health. One thing that we know is that glycans are very important for all interactions between humans and pathogens, including viruses. And I would like to tell you a simple trick which you can do to help your glycans fight viruses, which is currently very important because we have an ongoing pandemic with the COVID-19. In the figure on the screen, you can see a photograph of our cells, and on the top of the cells you can see a very thick layer of glycans. This thick layer of glycans is a shield which is protecting our cells against viruses. Any virus or bacteria which wants to infect us has to go through this shield and then bind to specific proteins on our surface. And these proteins are frequently, again, glycans. So virus has to go through the glycan shield and attach to glycans on our surface so that it can infect our cells and then multiply. Our innate defense mechanism is trying to block this interaction by secreting mucins, a very complex polysaccharides which form a viscous liquid on the surface of this glycocalyx. And these mucins are moving upstream in our airways and actually catching all the viruses which bind to those glycans which they think are our cells and taking them away from the airway and into the digestive tract where they get destroyed with an acid. This mechanism has one problem. It cannot cope with the very dry air which we have in our heated spaces. So if we have a heated room and then we exchange the air, and we should be exchanging the air because we need the fresh air in our room, but when the air, which has maybe temperature of 0 degrees and 100% humidity at 0 degrees, it will contain only 5 grams, a little bit less than 5 grams of water per cubic meter. When it enters the room and gets heated to 25 degrees, there will still be these 5 grams of water. But this 5 grams of water is now approximately 20% relative humidity. And 20% humidity is a very dry air. So what happens, water from our surfaces is going into the air. So the air is actually drying our mucosal layers. And when the mucus dries out, it cannot protect us from the viruses anymore. We have to keep our mucosas humid. It's relatively easy during the day because even in a dry air, you can be drinking water frequently, just sipping a little bit of water every couple of minutes, and then your mucosa will be humid and it will be working against viruses. It's a little bit more complicated during the night, so we have to think about rehumidifying the air. You can either evaporate water with the humidifiers, you can just boil water, or you can put some kind of humid towels over some kind of heating bodies and just return water to the air. To fight these pandemics, in addition to washing your hands and avoiding social contact, please keep your mucosas happy, give it water, help your glycans to fight the viruses, because glycans are our primary weapon against viruses. Just help them by not drying them out.